Hey guys, welcome to another guide. So today we'll be going over how to warp in Hellion. So first off, once you get into your ship, you want to come over here to the back panel, and it'll say power supply once it drops down. Yep, there we go. Sometimes it'll do that, and you have to go back out and go back in. So now first, I want to turn on my capacitor. Ooh, I'm almost out of delirium. Ooh, I'm gonna be cutting this one close. Sometimes it is random how much fuel you have for your reactor. So sometimes you might have a lot, sometimes you might not have really any. So now, let me turn on my solar panels by clicking on them. Use left click on the capacitor and left click on the solar panels and use the arrows to go between them. So now, our main goal here is warp. So let me come in here. We'll get to sit down in the chair. So now, in order for me to even think about warping, to even attempt to, I will need to make sure the FTL drive is on. So I'll come down here, and it says FTL with a little red arrow. So what I want to do is I want to press F on that. You'll see it start lighting up teal. If I look over here to my left, you'll see FTL is yellow. And now it's going to be green here. There it is, there's green. That means you're good to go. So now I want to press F on nav. Let it load up here. So now I'm around Bethnar. So I'm going to go to this ship. So now, where do I want to go to? You know what? I want to go to this asteroid. So I'm going to right click on it. So I want to right click on this asteroid. And click warp here. And what you want to do is you want to left click on the little diamond. So it actually brings up your time. Sometimes you have a little bit of freezes if there's quite a bit of stuff on the server. Sometimes not. It's just random. So now I want to bring down my time. So how do I do that? Well, right now it's showing me insufficient fuel and cells. So I can take care of that by simply left clicking one or more cells. So now, say I want to bring down the time. What's the lowest time I can possibly achieve? So let me bring down this time. Okay, 2 minutes works. And the bottom time is how long you'll be in hyperspace for. Let me bring this up. So in order to do that, you'll put your left click. You put your mouse in arrows, and then you scroll. Then you move it up or down with your mouse, like you'd be moving your ship. So now, okay, that works. In order for you to change the activation, you hold your mouse left click and you go up or down as well. So this worked perfectly. So let me click initialize. And let me rotate my ship until I match it up with that target. As you can see on my screen, it'll be like a little icon on your window. So then you want to line your ship up like the little target reticle with it, and you want to make sure you get it to go green. Sometimes it's best to go right there to M, like right there in the middle of the M, and then you hold shift or press shift, stabilize. And now you see it's green. So now in order for me to actually launch, it will turn orange. But I will show you guys what actually looks like here in a second. But now if you hit any arrow keys, for example, if I hit left, it will interrupt your your warp, and you actually hear sound stating that, or letting you know that your warp was interrupted. So now, since I canceled that warp, should I go do it again? Nah, I want to remove the warp. So in order for me to remove it, I gotta right click on like one of the diamonds, and I'm on left click on remove maneuver. But okay, but what if I want to orbit this planet? What am I supposed to do? Well, all you need to do is right click, and it's just come up with options, and then you want to left click and add custom orbit. Here it is. It's trying to generate the little green ring of it. So now you see it's right here, but like, how would I be able to warp to that? Well, you can just right click that and click on travel using warp drive. But what if I want to change it? What if I want to change how it looks? What if I want to change my orbit? You can use these little handles to pull it outwards and change the direction of it. So you pull it like that to make it longer, wider. But now, as you can see on the bottom of my screen, there are 6 different number values. This one right here controls the what the angle is, if it's going up, like if it's the pitch of it, I guess you can say. This one also controls, but this one makes it so where it changes the length of it, like just rotates it like you're spinning a table. And this one right here just rotates it the other way around. So instead of it going like way it was before. Like it would be perfectly up and down over the poles. This one turns it so they'll be perfectly aligned and cut the planet in half, but still be around the poles, but be the other angle, the other from the other side. So now this will just change how big or how small it is. This will also make it bigger too by changing some of the parameters. And this changes where your target is. So I'm gonna warp you right about there. And you can also move this using your mouse manually. So I want to move it, so I want to pull it right about there, okay? So now I want to right click, left click on travel using warp drive, select my fuel cell again. Then I want to drag down the timer. But it works just like this, sure it works just fine. But I want to get there faster, so let me bring down the timer. Now it says acceleration too high. So I want to bring down the arrival time. And let's see what's the closest time I could possibly get it to be. Nope, not 45 minutes, because if you go past 0, it will kick down to be 45 or however, whatever the max time could possibly be. So now it's too low, so that means I cannot do it. Acceleration is too low, so let me bring it up. There we are, 58 seconds. When it says course is improbable or impossible, that means your arrival time, you're not able to make it. You'll arrive way too far behind it. And another thing you should be aware of is that if I make this target so it goes through the planet, and my little line, this little blue dotted line right here, if this little blue dotted line goes through the planet, it will kill you. And it will destroy everything you have inside your ship. And trust me, you do not want that to happen. I learned the hard way. I went through a planet when I was towing a reactor. So, what I want to do now is I want to click initialize. Oh, whoa. I got a 43-minute activation. Oh, I gotta remove that and try to start it over again. But that would be how you do it. Let me just quickly get this done real quick for you guys to see how it, to show you guys exactly what it looks like when you start warping. Just real quick without having to explain it. And now, so what's my acceleration? There we are. Not enough fuel in cells, so I'm on left click, initialize. So now I want to get my ship to that M and get it green before this timer counts down to 0. There it is, perfect. Let me line it up here. There's green. Now I want to press shift. Oh, I lost the green target. As you can see, it's yellow. Now I got to line up again. And I just had a left click. So once I left click, once it's yellow, you'll hear that really loud, annoying sound. And that is what, and that allows you to know when you've gone to warp. And then it has a little timer. A little fun fact is that if you're a nav, you're able to watch your ship actually move across. So that is a tutorial, guys, on how to warp. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or anything really, if you guys want me to make another guide about some other aspect in the game, just let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll be uploading another guide here in a day or two, so stay tuned.